Hey everybody, what's that sound? It's a musical car. It's the hit sensation across the nation with an up-and-coming star. You see me riding every day, I'm never too far. It's just a musical car.
Hey there, welcome to Jeff's Musical Car back here in Halifax, and this week I have Doug Hacko, and we're gonna do the usual thing, drive around and play songs, so thanks for coming along.
Oh, thanks for having me, Jeff. It's great to be here.
So yeah, you've been doing music for a long time. First album released in 2000, I believe, and then kind of a span of many years, and then some more music came out.
Exactly.
Can you tell me a bit about that break in between? Was that a kind of a life got in the way thing, or you just kind of needed a little step away from it for a bit?
Actually, I didn't step away. I stepped away from the original project. I did an album back in 2003 with Terry Pulliam from he's got the Sloan fame, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
And anyways, and then right after that, I ended up taking on a band called Hawko, and we ended up doing in the cover band circuit around the East Coast there with Talent Source, Marcel Cloutier and that group, and so I was just stuck in the cover band making big coin,
doing
right?
the living at it,
$2,500 show per night and 52 weeks a year, and and then last year I ended up so I was always in the scene, and then last year I ended up having a brain tumor and kind of put it like a life-altering experience, if you want to put it that way, and I had that removed in October of 2016, and it put me back on the element that, you know, what am I doing? I'm a singer-songwriter, and I really enjoy writing music. Let's write it and get it out. Yeah. So that's how it came about. That's what the little pause was. Okay.
And that Life on the Water album, you did use that album as a way to kind of raise money for, it was like a foundation for that cause kind of thing? Yeah,
it was the Brain Tumor Foundation. What happened was I ended up, after the brain, I did the whole album, recorded it, wrote it, produced it, all while I was in recovery from my brain tumor surgery, and which is pretty spectacular, but you know, I had a little bit of time in my hands, so I could actually do that. So anyways, the Brain Tumor Foundation, Eileen Quegg, she's the president of PR, if you want to put it that way. She contacted me and asked me to do a couple of shows for the Brain Tumor Foundation. So what I ended up doing was my whole Life on the Water tour, Atlantic tour. So I did the whole 4 provinces and got around and raised a big load of money for the Brain Tumor Foundation based on the album and the tour itself, and it was very successful. We ended up at the end date, it was in conjunction with the Blue Nose Marathon, and we ended up raising I think $46,000, not just on my album, but on everybody that combined at the marathon and all, and so it was a huge success.
That's great. Yep. So let's get right to the music. What are you going to play today?
Actually, I'm coming out with a new album, the follow-up of Life on the Water. Not really sure what the new song is going to be called, but the new album is going to be called, but the song I'm going to play for you today is called Follow, and it's all about, it's not about following you on Facebook or following you on Twitter or anything like that. It's about the journey it takes to actually in a relationship when you're connecting with your partner, and should I follow or you follow, or let's just follow together and maybe something spectacular will happen.
All right, let's do it.
Right on. I see you over there. You're looking at me. You're lying on the stage. You feel so free. Well, you took my hand, and I wouldn't let go, 'cause I knew you'd take me to places that I'd wanna be. Well, I followed you, I hopped on a plane just to see you for a single day. Now if you'll follow me, I would take you wherever I would go. Out on the water, or up in the sky. It could be South Africa, Malaysia, or UK, any place that I like. Now I followed you, I hopped on a plane just to see you for a single day. Now if you'll follow me, I will take you wherever I would go. Things will change, and I know where your heart will go. Things will change, and you know where my heart will go. Happy in my home, here in my bed. I don't need the planes or boats or trains, 'cause right here is great. Now I followed you, hopped on a plane just to see you for a single day. Now if you'll follow me, I will take you wherever I would go. Wherever I would go, wherever I would go. Now if you follow me, I will take you wherever I would go. Oh, yeah. Come on now, baby. Come on, follow me now.
Awesome. Good job.
Thank you very much.
So when we were talking off camera earlier, you were talking about how you do a lot of the recording, mastering yourself. Is this more comforting in a way because you can kind of pace things yourself? You're not kind of going against the clock and looking at your wallet kind of thing?
You're exactly right. It's Jeff. It's I remember my first album. I had to do it. I think it was 2 weeks. It was like 14 days in the studio, big studio, cost a fortune. And then now you have the opportunity. East Coast artists, you can see him out there now. It's not competitive. It's wonderful to hear everybody's music coming out. It's almost like there's no closet artist because of the fact that there's so much opportunity out there as far as the online products and the software and everything that's there.
That's true.
I built my own studio, and I have the opportunity to be freelance and just whenever if I want to work on my music at 3 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep, I work on my music at 3 o'clock in the morning, and so it's definitely an advantage, and that's out there today for everybody. I mean, like young kids that are out there, and the opportunity is there today.
That's great. Well, best of luck with all your future music, and hopefully we'll see you on tour in the Maritimes soon.
And thanks for everything you do, Jeff. I appreciate it.
No problem. So that's it for this episode of Jeff's Musical Car from Halifax. We'll see you next time.